Picture two friends, same age, same job title, same paycheck landing in their bank account on the same day every month. For the next 10 years, their lives look almost identical from the outside. Same coffee shop, same weekend plans, same complaints about rent going up. But there's one tiny decision that quietly splits their futures apart. One of them starts investing a small amount every single month without waiting for the right moment. The other keeps telling himself he'll start once things settle down. 10 years pass, and when you finally compare their lives side by side, the difference isn't just in their bank balance. It shows up in how they think, how they handle stress, and how free they feel. That gap didn't come from luck or some secret stock tip. It came from 1 decade of a habit most people quit before it even gets interesting. Here's the problem. Most people think investing is supposed to feel exciting. They picture buying something today and watching it explode in value tomorrow. So when their first month of investing barely moves the needle, they get bored. Nothing dramatic happens. The number on the screen looks almost the same as last month. And slowly, that boredom turns into doubt. Is this even working? Maybe I should wait for a better time. This is the exact moment most people quietly give up, without realizing they just walked away right before the part that actually matters.
To understand why, you have to understand how your brain is wired around money. Humans are built for instant rewards. A new pair of shoes feels good today. A vacation feels good this weekend. But investing offers nothing exciting in the short term. There's no applause, no dopamine hit, no visible proof that anything is happening. So your brain, which is constantly scanning for proof that effort is paying off, finds none and starts pushing you toward giving up. Now, let's slow down and actually look at what's happening underneath the surface, because this is where it gets interesting. Think of investing like planting a tree from a tiny seed. In the first few months, you see almost nothing above the ground. No height, no shade, nothing impressive to show your friends. But underground, roots are spreading, quietly, invisibly. That root system doesn't show results yet, but it's building the foundation for everything that comes later. Investing works the same way. In year 1, your money grows mostly because you keep adding to it. You deposit, the balance goes up a little, you deposit again. It feels less like growth and more like saving with extra steps. But somewhere around year 3 or 4, something shifts. The money you already invested starts earning its own money, and that earned money starts earning money too. At first, this effect is so small you barely notice it. It's like a snowball at the top of a hill, barely the size of your fist. But as it keeps rolling, it picks up more snow, and it grows faster with every turn. Not because you're pushing harder, but because of the motion it already built. This is the part nobody really shows you, because it isn't dramatic enough for a highlight reel. There's no single moment where a bell rings and your wealth suddenly multiplies. It's quiet. It's gradual. And that's exactly why most people miss it. They're watching for fireworks, when the real magic looks more like a slow sunrise.
Deeper insight, the one that actually changes how people think about money long term. In the beginning, you are the one doing all the work. Every bit of growth comes directly from your effort, your paycheck, your discipline to keep contributing. But years later, your money starts doing work for you. It's no longer just sitting in an account, waiting. It's quietly multiplying in the background, while you sleep, while you're at your job, while you're spending a weekend with people you love. For the first time, your money becomes more than something you trade your time for. It becomes something that works alongside you. And this changes more than just your bank account. It changes the way you think. Before this shift, most people see extra cash and immediately ask, what can I buy with this? But after experiencing even a few years of consistent investing, the question quietly evolves into, what can this become if I leave it alone? That single shift in thinking is the real wealth building skill, more than any stock pick or trend. You start seeing every dollar not just as spending power today, but as a small decision about your future. And that mindset spreads.
People who invest consistently tend to become more patient in other areas of life too, because they've trained themselves to value long-term outcomes over instant comfort.
There's something else that almost nobody talks about, and it's arguably more valuable than the money itself: reduced financial stress. After years of steady investing, an unexpected expense doesn't feel like a crisis anymore. A slow month at work doesn't trigger panic. You've built something in the background that keeps growing regardless of how your week is going, and that creates a quiet sense of security. Financial freedom doesn't start the day you hit some magic number. It starts the moment you realize you're consistently moving in the right direction, even if the progress is still small. So what should you actually take away from this? Not invest and forget, and definitely not chasing some perfect entry point that doesn't exist. The real lesson is smaller and far more practical. Start now, even with an amount that feels too small to matter. Let the first 1 or 2 boring years happen without quitting, because that's simply the root growing phase. Keep adding consistently, especially when nothing seems to be happening, because that's exactly when the underlying structure is being built. And shift your focus from how fast can this grow to how long can I let this run.